He wants to take a portion of that light. That's why the Imam said, that's why he kept on asking, go back, bring more light back, go back, bring more light back. So he receives a portion of the lights that the Prophet was receiving. But it's reduced down to 5. He says, go back for more. Perhaps he wanted more light to come. But also he wants more reduction. And he's right, Sayyidina Musa is right. He says, your people can't do 5. And he's right. Muslims can't do 5. Musa was right. We can't do 5. But why did the Prophet refuse? He's a guest who's received a gift. He goes back, it goes down to 0. It's been reduced every time by 5. He knows he'll come back, and if it's reduced any further, it'll be 0. He would have refused the gift of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He couldn't refuse the gift of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we understand that the salah came to the Prophet as a gift. It's the only obligation that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala called the Prophet to the heavens to receive. Every other obligation, the angel comes down with it. The angel comes down, brings the Prophet to the heavens, and he receives it directly from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It tells you the magnitude of the prayer of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. A divine gift where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks directly to the Prophet. So the third way that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks to the prophets, or not speaks, but the third way the prophets receive revelation is what they call a nafath fi ar-ruh. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala places it directly within the prophet. Places an understanding directly within the prophet. No angel, no speech. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala thrusts it within the prophet. He mentioned in a hadith, Inna ruha al-qudus nafatha fi ru'i. And then he mentioned a statement that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that the Holy Spirit, who's the Holy Spirit in Islamic traditions? Christians are totally confused about the Holy Spirit. Islam is very clear. Who's the Holy Spirit? Jibreel alayhi salam. End of discussion. Jibreel alayhi salam. Holy Spirit is referred to in Islamic tradition. Comes in the Quran. Nazala biha ruhul amin. That the trustworthy spirit came down. And Hadith talks about ruhul qudus. When the Prophet tells Sayyidina Hassan to stand up and compose poetry and sing poetry in his presence, Hassan ibn Thabit, Sayyidina Umar was trying to stop him and say, are you going to sing poetry in the presence of the messenger? No, the Prophet said, leave him, let him sing poetry. No. What does he say? He said, Anshid wa ruh al-qudus ma'a. He said, sing poetry. May the Holy Spirit be with you. Wa ruh al-qudus ma'a. Who's the Holy Spirit? May Jibreel alayhi salam inspire you. May he guide your tongue. The Holy Spirit is a reference to Jibreel alayhi salam. So here the Prophet said, the Holy Spirit placed within me. No direct communication. The angel, he doesn't. It's just something that comes directly into the Prophet. And then he mentions a statement that a soul human being will never die before he's completely received his sustenance. And whatever sustenance you're destined to have, you will have that within your life. Those are 3 different ways. Next week we'll finish off the divine attributes. We'll finish off divine speech. And then we'll finish it off and then go on to prophecy, section of prophecy. Any questions? Yeah.
You mentioned about the salam to Muslims.
Yeah. Makruh to do that. Yeah, it's makruh to do it.
So you can do it then.
That's makruh, you don't do it. Say hello.
Because I read a hadith, it goes, سلم يعرف بالله.
يعني المسلمين لا للمسلمين. And the Prophet said one of the signs of the last days is that Muslims will only give salams to people that they know. You walk past Muslims, you don't give salams. That's a sign of the hour. It's a sign of Qiyamah. The Sunnah, as the Prophet said, is that you give salams to people you know as well as those who you don't know. But who are they? Muslims. No. The Prophet taught for non-Muslims, you want to say Assalamu ala man ittaba'a al-huda. Peace be upon those who follow guides. What do you say hello? No idea.
Yeah, what if a non-Muslim gives salams to you?
Wa alaikum.
Wa alaikum.
Wa alaikum.
And how do you get round when you say salams to Muslims that you don't know and they just give you a funny look?
That's the issue. Pray for them. They need a lot of salams then, don't they?
Should we stop it?
We said say wa alaikum salams on their behalf. Although if you know somebody's not going to, if you know somebody's going to blank you, better to say no, better not to say anything, rather than putting him in a sinful situation. Because the rule is that initiating salam is sunnah, responding to salam is compulsory.